Righto, it's artillery time. I kind of have a fascination for artillery pieces, and I got this particular kit, at the show I was at, where I also got the little Russian rocket launcher. It only cost me $5. It's a Dragon kit. Well, it's let me premise that by saying it's a Dragon rebox of a Russian kit. The sprues were all marked made in Russia, and the manufacturer where it would have who made it, like Zvezda or whatever, was smoothed over, so you couldn't tell who originally made it. But yeah, it's the Bishop self-propelled gun, British World War II. They didn't make a whole bunch of them. They were not well liked by their crew, from all I could read or all I could find on them. In order for the gun to get enough elevation, the crews would take to running the vehicle up on a dirt berm to give the gun a little more elevation, so they could help out further down range. It wouldn't have to be quite so close. There were a few problems with it, as usual, and some required some scratch building to correct. The base kit for the hull is the Valentine tank, and the parts that make up the self-propelled gun were obviously an afterthought, because, well, they were manufactured in different colored plastics, for one thing. You could tell that they weren't done at the same time, and there were a few fit issues with some of the pieces that would have normally lined up properly on the Valentine that didn't line up on the Bishop, and I required some repairs, modifications, scratch building, shall we say. They're in the slideshow. What I forgot to mention in the slideshow is the gun sight. The kit's gun, again, probably from another getting help from the kitty cats here. Meow. Didn't line up with the hole, so I had to shave down the gun sights in order to make the sight tube line up with the opening on the side. The scratch building is all pretty much right here at the back. The actual vehicles had padded seat backs on the doors on both sides, and in the case of this side, there was also a fire extinguisher. So the fire extinguisher is just from another kit, but I scratch built the backs of the pads, and I added in the second seat in the bottom down there, because there's supposed to be two, and the kit only came with one. It has nice Lincoln Link tracks, other than being so many of them and a lot of, put it together, wait. They look beautiful. The whole kit actually turned out not too terribly bad. There was some filling here and there, about little gaps that required rectification and repairing. But overall, it was a lot of fun. I enjoyed it a lot. The only really downside to the whole kit was the fact that it was a $5 kit, and the box, as I pointed out in the slideshow, decals and instructions were pretty well obliterated. I couldn't use any of the decals. The instructions, obviously, I managed to figure out. So there's no decals on it. I contacted Dragon, and after a few emails back and forth, they finally come out and said, well, we don't make that kit anymore, and there are no parts or decals available for it. So it's not complete. I mean, I've done nothing to it at the moment, other than build it and paint it. The decals, they don't make an aftermarket set for them. They do make bits and pieces if I get enough of the Archer sets, well, random sets or generic sets. I can piece together most of the decals for it. I'm not sure I want to do that yet. I'm holding out hope that somewhere along the line somebody will actually come up with a proper decal kit for it and I can order it. Would I recommend it? Only if you really like artillery. It's not going to be a kit that a beginner would want to build. You'd have to have a few skills. Like I said, there were some modifications to it that needed to be done. Some rather small, delicate parts that needed to be changed out or filed down to make even smaller in order for things to line up and fit. The detail is not all that there. And unfortunately, getting reference photographs, there aren't a whole lot of them, so I couldn't do a lot of scratch building inside. Again, I like to have the hatches open when there's stuff to look at in them, and this had a lot to look at. Yeah, if you've built a few models and you're into artillery, yeah, I'd say you get it. If you're looking at a $5 model and you just want something to build, I'd get it. I don't think for this particular kit, that's about all I'd want to pay for it. It's about $5. Had a good time. It was alright. I enjoyed it. I enjoy all my builds. I may curse and swear while I'm building, but in the end I always like them all. That's about it. Hope you like it. Thanks for watching.